You got to move. You got to move. You got to move, child. You got to move. When the Lord says you're ready, you got to move. You may be high, you may be low. You may be rich, child. You may be poor. When the Lord says you're ready, you got to move. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move, child. You got to move. When the Lord says you're ready, here we go. You got to move.
Oh, yeah, I think that's pretty much the flow plus tax over here, man. We got a couple of great players today on San Antonio Musicians Talk Show Network. Happy birthday to my son.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Xavier
birthday.
Aguire from The Flow.
Hey.
Andy Garza from The Flow. Cállate. And actually, the camera's that way now.
Great to shut up.
And it was all because of Andy that we readjusted the camera. Yeah. So this is kind of trippy. It's a first for me, man. I'm no engineer. Paul Gonzaba and Juan Carlos, the only guy in the house with two names.
Oh.
Which one are you, Juan or Carlos?
Juan Carlos.
You're both, right?
Keep it up, Bo.
Speaking to the mic, please.
And I'm not Jesus Christ.
We were talking about how he's an enigma today. He's all about love.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
well, I mean, that's what his profile says. He's generated his emotional institute by love in and of itself and all the inner passions of which lead to great music.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't put it any better.
Thanks. Hey, I did my research. Andy, what do you think?
I totally 100% agree. Fuck yeah.
So, Andy, Arrowhead, Kiss tribute, not to say, Juan Carlos has got a list of guys, including The Flow and Henry, all them guys. But you've been playing with a whole bunch of different cats, man. Arrowhead, Kiss tribute, The Flow right now. Paul Gonzaba way back in the day. Remember, Paul? Yeah. Pick up the mic, bro.
Yeah, I remember back in the day very well.
Like 1970 throwaway, as they say?
I think Carter was president, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah?
Anyway.
Yeah,
Carter.
me and this guy, we go back to the
That's
old
what-
boomerang days.
Yes, we
even
do.
before this guy, when I walked
Boomerang.
in, the what'd you call him, the hidden gun or the surprise?
Oh, yeah.
That's wild. He told me.
I hadn't put him
I was
out
going to
yet.
reach out.
I hadn't put him out
Secret
there
weapon,
yet.
I think you said. Yeah,
He
he's
was.
a secret weapon. Yeah, badass
Yeah.
seeing this guy over here.
Because
Thanks,
while
man.
we were
That's great
talking, that's
seeing you.
exactly what happened. That's what goes on in the
I
show.
know Paul.
Yeah, and you see now, what's your?
I get
what's your
around. I
acknowledgement
We
go, I
love
go
Paul's
support a
world.
lot.
What's all this about?
Well, Paul's just if I'm over here, he might be over there. But we're on the same street.
It's almost like you're working the same corner, man.
And that'd be
Yeah.
Cherry,
Pretty cheesy,
the corner
isn't
of
it?
Cherry Street.
I think he made more money last night.
Okay.
I'm badass.
No, we've all known Paul through the years, and
Yeah.
it's just from all of us,
He just won't go away, man.
and knowing each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a blessing to watch all these guys
Amen.
doing their thing.
Amen. Amen to
I
that.
enjoy it.
Hey, so I wanted to talk about y'all's influences. So let's go around the whole 9 yards. Let's start with you, brother man, Love. What was your first influence in getting into this business?
Probably the movie Crossroads with Steve Vai. I think that's probably what did it.
Oh, really?
That's what kind of decided. That was like everybody listening to Envy and Eruption. And
Yeah.
mine was actually a movie. It was actually a movie that inspired me. I was like, okay, that's kind of like what I want to do.
All right, cool.
But
As a guitar player, we were all
as a guitar player, yeah. But I really wanted to be Bon Scott when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So you've been metalhead all your life, basically, in your heart, way deep down
I
inside
think,
somewhere.
I have a metal,
But you-
definitely a metal heart,
yeah. But it's wild that you have. We were talking, Xavier and I, about y'all's flavor in Hispanic rock, kind of like the Santana kind of takeoff, but not quite so.
Yeah.
What would you say to that? Because isn't that true? I mean, it's weird that I got three of the best young guns that have got that kind of flavor. You don't typically find it,
I think what JC and I are doing in Sangria, It's kind of musical spaghetti western.
I like
Right,
that.
with yeah, and it does have Latin,
It's a
some
bit of-
Latin flavor to it as well.
Latin,
Out of sight.
it's kind of
And you need a
spaghetti
good drummer.
western.
I like
You know what I
the
mean?
Tito
Yeah.
and the tarantula.
It's hard to explain,
Yes.
The
No,
who? What'd you
Definitely
say?
an
I
influence.
can hear this going on with you guys. It sounds great.
In fact, I got a
You
tattoo.
can see it all now.
I got a tattoo because of Tito and the Tarantulas. With the song Alacrán y el Pistolero. I mean, that's the reason why I bought this. That's the reason why I have this tattoo. It was definitely that song. And Tito and the Tarantulas. Big
Wow,
influence, man. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Xavier, you started off in the real world with the Infidels, right? Was that the groove?
Yeah, it
Tell
was
me
the
all
groove.
about that. Now you can burn the mic.
That was a whirlwind, a tornado. I started in my 20s. I sat in with them at Milagritos in Los
I remember hearing about you guys. You recall the Infidels, the Infidels, not the
I
Infidels.
sat in with them.
Like, who the hell are
Tommy
these guys?
Cortez and everybody's the drummer.
Yeah.
And I sat in with them in the morning, and Michael Martin looked at me and says, well, "We're playing the Crazy Horse down the street."
And Michael Martin of all people, man. He
Of
was
all
a,
people.
yeah.
And I said, "Sure." So I set up my PV Blues Classic and stayed in one spot for 6 years. You know, we were the house band, and we played everywhere else as
Yeah.
well. But we
Yeah,
were the house band at the.
I
at
thought you were a
Crazy
club
Horse.
band someplace.
It was Taco Land and the Crazy Horse, the
Okay.
most in San Antonio.
Uh,
Mike and I, and the Infidels played with everywhere with everybody, but in San Antonio, I'd say Crazy Horse was we were there the longest. That and Taco.
where were you back in the day when we're
everywhere.
talking
I was
about
playing
probably
back then.
70s? I don't know. I'm thinking 70s. But when
I was
were
only
you?
5 years old. In the
When did?
70s.
At
was a
nine,
young kid.
Hey, what 50s?
Yeah, I played like probably in the 80s, I would say, right?
80s, huh?
In the 80s, played with me and Ed.
What was the first known band that you came out with? I know. I only had
had
one band, the
bands,
Crystal Winter Band. I'm gonna say it again.
Vision. We were.
What?
I played with
something.
Emilio
Let 'em have
Garza
it.
from the Arrowhead
Yeah.
Band. I played with him in a few bands, with X in a few bands. I jammed with this
So
guy.
that
And-
was-
And you know what?
There were no-name bands?
I never met this cool guy over here. Never.
Yeah?
It's weird. It's just like, where have you been all my life?
As of
Yeah.
today, as
Right.
of today,
No, but
or
really,
a week
I mean,
Waiting
ago.
for you, man.
That's
I'm here
pretty-
now.
He's been watching you.
When
in the
did you all
shadows.
meet? That's a whole story in and of it. That might be the true love story right here.
Nice.
When did y'all meet?
It's a bro story.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
It's a
That
bro
has to be
story.
like behind the scenes or kind of something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how long ago did y'all two meet?
Oh, me and
I was
me and
gonna say
Andy,
I was gonna say hook up, man, but I don't want to get fresh.
Probably like last year, late last
Oh,
year.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. So y'all really don't even know each other.
Uh,
The honeymoon isn't
I think,
over
the
yet.
Rip
Nothing
Rain
about this
Dogs
guy.
Were playing.
Total stranger over here.
They did one of my shows.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
one of the
really?
shows,
Oh,
yeah,
they
and
had a
then me and I saw
three-way.
Andy looked at me and it was just like love at first sight, man. And
I know,
You
dude.
said
I
it
said,
first.
but you're married.
He
you know?
did.
Well, Juan Carlos was my my replacement in Those Soldiers.
Oh,
When I
really?
quit the band.
That's where this connection.
That's where the
Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
mine
yeah.
is both with Roy.
And you know, I was
Henry.
there all along watching all this, and you know, y'all were still kicking ass, and I said, this guy's, you know, and there you are, y'all. Here we are, you know.
Yes, man. Full circle.
That's brotherhood thing.
And actually, I
Brotherhood
met
of
Xavier
musicians.
through. He was playing with the Unknown Soldiers, and I was opening up for the Unknown Soldiers. They get my band, my electric band's called the Killing Floor, and so I was taking, you know, it was just in the moment, you know, we played, and then the Unknown Soldiers played. And we
The
I took a bunch of
Killing
pictures.
Floor?
The Killing Floor is my electric band, yeah.
You know, I mean, what in the world? What is the connotation to that? I mean, what is it?
It sounds like the Doors, and it has a little bit of an edge to it without sounding heavy metal. So when I came up with that name, I
That's
mean,
pretty cool,
And
man.
I think there's like one band in the '60s called Killing Floor. So I googled
I
it
see,
or
see
Yahoo
what I
at the time.
mean.
I think
That's
at the time
my
it was
era,
Yahoo.
so I seem to recall that, man.
Yeah, that was in the
kind of along
60s.
with the moving elevators and stuff like that.
That's a
right?
killer
So the only
tune.
thing I just added was I just added the, and so I was like, okay, the Killing Floor. So
Yeah.
that's how I did it.
Okay. Kind of like a John Lennon approach to things. So right now, what are your projects, guys? What have you got cooking? I know you're on hiatus right now because you just got through doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
with Fiesta.
I get out there, you know, play with the old band and keep the band
Yeah.
going and
Sure.
keep looking.
Yeah,
I've
but he's
got-
got some things in the works.
I've
We
got
know we
Sangria
talked.
with Juan Carlos. I've got The Flow with Andy. I've got Rain Dogs, which is with Gus Warner, Ray Zimzik, and Tommy Cortez. My old drummer for the Infidels is my new drummer over here.
And that's actually an Xavier exclusive. That's all
Yeah,
Xavier.
Yeah. that's all my thing. And then nobody knows this. This is going to be told right here. But
You see, that's what
Drum
happens
roll.
on this show, man.
the electric
Drum roll.
version of the Flow is coming out with me,
What a surprise.
Andy Garza,
And a surprise.
and Juan Carlos on bass, and
Ooh, child.
a surprise on drums.
All
I
right.
can't say the name
All right.
right now, but it's
That's it.
coming. I'll give you all the initials when we're done.
The electric
Right.
flow.
Yeah,
The electric
it's gonna be
flow.
I like that. I like that. The
Yeah.
electric
I got a
flow.
little project. Ty Gavin and I are writing an album together.
Okay.
So,
Well, shout out to Ty. He's been on the show before. Well, you know, at least his band was. His band
Make
was.
sure you tell
Back in the
Ed
day.
I said we're all family and
Yeah, I love the guy.
we're all one. And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, man. That's,
He had the wrong idea of me at first, but that's okay. It was just because back in the day, nobody was doing what I was doing.
When he doesn't like
But
somebody,
nobody was doing what I was doing. And like I'm a musician and I'm out here trying to interview and people, you know, were being receptive to it. And I was thinking they like it, you know. They want to know. They want to know about you guys. So speaking of that, we're going to move on to most memorable silly moments. Been coined on this show. So it's something that may have occurred at any one of your gigs or on the way or whatever that you remember that was pretty crazy. I'm going to share one that I have a couple of witnesses here tonight. I'm going to share. Y'all are going to die on this one. Well, who wants to go first?
You.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, I'll try to make it real short. Roy Perez birthday party. We're all there. We're all there.
Everybody.
We're all we're all there. Y'all help me out, okay? Here, Juan Carlos, please. Okay, we're at his gig. I do a talk show with him the day before, and he says I'll be able to jam that night. So I went out with the intention of jamming. That's what we do. I show up, it's time to jam. He passes me up for another guy. No problem to me, but he believes in his heart of hearts that it's really hurt me. So he's taking it personal, saying, no, man, it was my show, and I'm sorry, but I had to go on. It was time to play.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, no, and I'm saying it's okay, man. Everything's cool. And these guys are ribbing him. True, man. Don't lie. They were
what?
ribbing. They
We're
were just
what? We're what?
Yeah, we're ribbing him, picking on him like, nah, you didn't let him play, whatever. You were just kind of ribbing him. And I was like, saying, no. So I was kind to be the innocent. So anyway, he stood up real fast, and the air hit him, and he fell back. And the thing was, he fell in between two Fender Twins on the covers. And had it not been for that, he could have been hurt real bad, right?
Actually, I actually grabbed his hip. I was able to grab his hip
I
and
held
break
his
his
hand, I
fall,
think,
so-
or his knee, one of the
that
two.
in this.
So
And
you
and
owe me,
I
Roy.
picked him up, right? You and I picked him up out of that.
I actually have a picture of it. And
Do you?
yeah, it's for Black.
gotta
You hear me,
share
Roy?
that.
You hear me, Roy Perez?
This is
For you.
true,
They
man.
had to.
Got you.
Oh, and it's a true story, right?
It's a very true story.
And
Everybody.
then what did y'all say? Karma or payback?
No, that wasn't me.
That was funny.
That was just too much. That was just too much beer.
Yeah, I thought it was too much air. You know, when you stand up and the air hits you, I think that's what happened to him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I'll stick to
yeah.
that story then.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a great one. That was
Yeah.
a really good one.
So help me out. What's one of yours, man?
Oh my God!
Give me time
I don't
to
know
have
if
a
I
sip.
can name half of them on the show. So one time, Michael Martin and I were. Well, let's go further back than that. Andy Garza and I.
Oh.
I had a '78 Cougar, and Andy, what did you have?
I had a little GLC. I had a GLC. I don't know.
Speaking to the mic, please.
Little shitty car, GLC. We called it. We said it.
A little
stood,
shitty
we
car.
said it stood for the great little car. That's what we called
Oh,
it.
great little car.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
because
shitty
dude, let
little
me
car.
tell you,
I like that.
that car, dude. We would fucking stack in like stacks, Marshalls, and everything in that little car. Gee, we were like this driving, dude.
That
Been
couch,
there.
This couch, everybody, is
That's
bigger
funny.
than the car was, and we would load
PG-13,
two
PG-13.
Marshalls, a drum set, bass set, all
Keep
the
it clean,
cymbals,
guy.
Everything, and no, this is the funny part of the story.
The microphones wouldn't
is
fit,
that
right?
It would stop. Like, you had to push start it.
Oh my God.
So, like, we never would have gotten to your place today. We were driving that car.
So that's your memorable silly moment of
that's-
pushing the car
Pushing
with
the
all the
car
gear in it.
With all the gear in it. I mean, there was enough gear. I
Was
mean,
it a
would-
VW
would
bug
fill-
or what?
it would
What's the
fill
matter with
storage
you?
Rooms, all the gear we had in that one little car. I
Hug
don't
that
know how many-
microphone, man. That's funny. That's
We got good. We got good at packing that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But fucking $2,000 worth of equipment to go do a fucking $50 gig.
All packed
That's the
in.
labor of
That's
love.
total pay.
Damn.
$10 each.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
That's
It's
a
still the
musician.
same.
so
It's still the same.
what's your memorable silly moment, my friend?
That was it.
Oh,
God, that was
You
it.
Little
were
Taco
with
Land
them?
story.
Me and this guy,
just
we
stole
used
the show?
I used to haul ass in his
used to race.
in his mom's
Really?
car. Yeah, we used to
Against
race,
each
but also
other?
I used to drive that
Two
car.
old
What was it? A
cars?
Marquise or what was that
That's
car?
no race.
I had
That's not a
78
race.
I had a white on white
What do you-
78 Cougar with a 350.
oh, well, that's a car.
I drove the shit out of it while he was on the hood, fucking hood ornament.
I used to car surf.
He was car surfing, man. That's no bullshit.
That's no bullshit.
Yeah, Xavier.
That's Xavier right
That's
there.
no shit,
I
dude.
believe
This
that.
this guy did.
He
used
was
to
a crazy
When I
young
met him,
man.
dude, he used to smoke cigarettes through his nose, and that is
That in and of itself.
That's
is
the
cray
honest
cray.
truth.
What do you think about
Entertaining
that?
right there.
What's that? What do you think about that?
That's pretty entertaining. If
oh come
I would be
on.
there.
One thing I was
Pretty entertaining. I'd like to see it.
And that's hey, and that's
Why not?
nothing,
With
man.
this, man.
You don't have
I'm
to do
keeping
it.
it clean for this show.
I thought it was.
You know what? You want to tell
Well,
them
would
about
you
Austin?
stop saying the word effing, please?
I don't know, man. Hey, they can't come.
Well, I thought it'd be something
I
else.
don't want to edit the whole show.
We got one story, but my
Well.
witness is here.
We took a trip to Austin, and we
went to the Capitol.
we were in the GLC, by the way, the great little car. It was a gold, shitty little car, but man, that we would push it, start it
That's what I
up,
thought you
and then
said.
there we
You
went.
have to run and jump in, you know?
And there we are off to Austin. I don't know,
Yeah,
to pick up
Through the
girls.
window.
2 girls in Austin.
Oh, from England that lived in Texas.
We picked them up, and then we took them out drinking, partying, and then we went to the Capitol, and we're fucking playing the
There
piano.
you go again.
Playing the piano in the Capitol. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
and then we peed.
On the piano.
No,
No.
I peed,
Oh no!
I peed on a picture.
Thank God.
It was the
that would
actual.
have gotten you in trouble.
It was this. I know. I don't want to be arrested for this. Maybe you should edit this shit.
I
But
thought
we
he
peed.
peed on the piano, man.
We were kids, but we were crazy kids, and those were
Wow.
good times. So that was my memory right there.
Where were you at this point? What was your status as most memorable silly moment, Juan Carlos?
Well, when I keep running into that Taco Land tree in the entrance, and I would see like little bits of my hair, or I would there's pictures of me with a big old chichon right here in the front of my forehead.
Oh,
And
that
I'm
tree,
like, hey,
man.
That's rock and roll, man.
Are you too tall, or you just keep running
No,
into
no,
things?
we just
We all hear on
we just
Yeah, we should.
How
I
did
like
you
an
keep banging
invention
up your
of,
head,
you
man?
know, of all the people that play the Taco Land, man, you just see little streaks of little bits of hair and skin. And,
That's you.
well, yeah, there was. I left a couple of hair strands there, you know, and you would think I would learn my lesson, but kind
It
of
just keeps happening, huh? Maybe you should learn to duck.
Well, after like a
What do
few
you think,
drinks, you
bro?
kind of like forget, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hopefully you're not going to remember it anyway.
And also like playing, I like playing and thinking I'm like a rock star when I was playing the killing floor. And normally, if I decide, well, I'm gonna play with my guitar on top of my head. The way I do it now is it comes out naturally. You know what I mean? I gotta feel it. But back in the day, I was like, well, I just gotta play the part.
Yeah.
And then of course I slip on a chord.
I'm playing the part right now.
Yeah. Or you know something happens. That's pretty embarrassing.
Sure.
So, but it's all about learning, man. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, what have you had?
Well, I
back
have
for
a
me?
Taco Land story, if I may.
Okay, Taco Land.
Aside
Shout
from-
out to all you guys.
Aside
Cove
from the night
included.
we slept on stage and Donnie Van Stavern. Not that one, that's another one. Okay, at Taco Land, right? So we had Ghost Riders, right?
All right.
So this was a Labor Day thing. You know, Ram used to do all these Labor Day, like
Ram
20
Herrera?
bands and all this.
Ram Herrera?
Yeah, no, Ram from Taco Land.
Oh,
Ram
okay.
Ayala, yeah.
See, we're thinking.
Yeah, the owner, yeah, unfortunately.
I'm older school.
Yeah, well, that's pretty old, though. But
That's what I'm saying.
anyway,
It is old, man.
I mean, the original, right?
I'm freaking
and the
Asian.
tree and everything. But so we had Ghost Riders, right? So our singer, okay, so he's starting out close to the last song, and him and his wife are arguing. I think you know who I'm talking about. Anyway,
And they all know each other. So
I
what
know
mean?
Adam. Okay,
So they're
his old lady
arguing.
was. So she throws a beer at him, right in the middle of, in the beginning of
She throws a beer
Freebird.
at
Yeah, Freebird. What else were we playing? And she throws an unopened can,
Freebird.
and
My
hits him
God,
upside the
that's
chest.
such a grenade.
So Danny, his cousin, is there. So he said, "Hey, can you do the song?" Because he chases his old lady. and they ran across the street, all that. I couldn't find him, and we did the song and the 20-minute solo and all that crap. And he comes in there, and he goes, "Carnal, take me home." And I go, "All right, I'll take you home, man." So he comes running after he dashed from me, and he came back, and he dove into my car. The door didn't open. Of course, I had one of those.
My neck is hurting me.
Little cars, GFC, or the car you just mentioned.
GLC.
Yeah,
No
I had
way.
one of those too. I had
my
one,
God.
but the door didn't work, So he dove in, and the cops come and all this. So I take him home.
Shitty car.
And I drop him off, And we come back, and I take his wife to the hospital, and I'm there till 5 a.m. Now, if that's not dedication, that was pretty freaking crazy, though. Excuse that word. That's one story, but I got probably too many, man. But, I'll stick with that taco.
Too many
Land.
ones to remember.
We
Chuck.
could talk about Taco Land all night.
Yeah,
I know it, man. Yeah.
You're making me hungry.
Crazy days.
Just kidding.
Crazy times.
I guess
Yeah.
that was it. That
Miss your ram.
80s.
What is that?
I said I miss your ram.
You miss who?
Tacoland.
Oh, Taco Land.
Same here,
Now, that
man.
one's
Same
probably
here.
shut down already, but this one, is going to be recording the whole thing. Anyway, this is crazy. I can edit and I can do whatever I want on this thing, but typically I just let it roll because I like the way it comes out. And I write on the back of my T-shirts, it says, "It ain't easy being cheesy." By the way, I'm selling tees for the summertime. And they're San Antonio Musicians Talk Show tees. Now, all of the proceeds are going towards the bands that didn't get paid at my concert because nobody showed up. So they didn't get paid then, but I intend to pay them. So that's a fundraiser going to be doing for them through my merchandise, right? So acknowledge the show and the guys. They get all the money. I'm not making a cent. I already invested. Now it's time to get back on the investment and pay the guys.
It's good.
Yeah, it's all good.
I need my money.
Huh?
I said I need my money. I know where you live. I was a guitar player for that second band.
Hey, and with that said, where are you playing next? Shout out to these places where
There
we're
you go.
playing.
You came to the right place.
I know.
The only reason I'm here is to find out where you live, man.
Órale.
Next show is the Flow, August 4th at the Backyard on Broadway.
Backyard on Broadway.
Rock and roll.
And today it's in my backyard.
And today's your backyard, yes, sir.
Poodle
It's
backyards.
a very nice backyard, by the way.
And yourself, you're with the flow.
Yes.
Flowing
Flow,
into
man.
that groove.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is us right here, man. And,
I've been wanting.
Now, where did that name came from? Which one of you came up with it?
I did. I don't
You
know.
did,
Just,
huh?
I always say go with the flow. That's just one of my
All
fucking
right.
sayings.
All right.
That's
Go
when I
with the
started
flow.
saying that,
Go
too.
with
Yeah.
the flow.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just a little fun side project. Like, we were both in different bands. And I was in Rain Dogs, he was in Arrowhead, and it was just supposed to be nothing, it was never supposed to be serious, just get together and play some songs, and then we, originals started coming out, everything started getting better, and then one day it just, stepped up the ladder, and it became the main thing, and, I've got Rain Dogs still there, I got the Ty Gavin thing, but this is turned into something great. Like, it was just supposed to be a fun little thing, and it's really turned into something, and we're recording a new song. We just showed Juan Carlos the demo, and the album's coming, and it's coming. It's coming for real.
Dig it.
And if I could say that, me and this guy, I met him when I
That's
was.
a good story.
I met him when I was 17 years old. Xavier was 14 years old, and I was driving around.
You're his elder?
I was driving around with Buddy, just
Yeah.
drinking some beer.
I was young. I was dumb. and full of
You were
cum.
still driving around?
You were
It took
contributing
him,
to
it took
the
him an
young-
hour and a half to
So,
get here.
so anyways, man.
That's a whole.
I know.
There's
That's
the
a whole
most
other
memorable-
story right there,
There's
man.
the most memorable silly moment.
But yeah, I was
They
driving.
got lost.
I was driving around and I hear a fucking shredding guitar. And then I'm driving around the neighborhood over there in the Jefferson area. That's where, we were.
Stephen Farmer.
Yeah, it was Stephen Farmer. God, rest in peace, that guy. So we were, I heard this guy, and then I finally found the garage where this guy's playing with the band. And that was with, was it with
It
Glow?
was a Glow Paris, everybody.
Glow. You know Glow? Y'all know Glow. Y'all know
He
Glow.
knows, yeah.
Oh, she's fucking
That
awesome.
was the first band I ever played with. Yeah.
So, anyways, I go and knock on the damn garage, and then these guys come out. I guess they're taking a break. I waited, and these guys come. I said, "Dude," I said, "Who's playing guitar with you guys?" And they're like, oh, that's Xavier. And this guy comes out young, man, 14-year-old fucking little shredder, dude. And the rest is fucking history. We've been playing ever since.
Oh, wow.
It's
How
been
cool
great,
is that?
man.
Well, what he's not telling you is the drummer had this big drum riser, like taller than this couch, right?
Oh, my God.
Tall. And you couldn't even stand near it because he would get all upset.
What?
And this dude comes in, he's like, hey, man, did you write, who wrote that? And I said, well, I did. And he goes, well, I got a song. He goes, just almost exactly like it. So I took the guitar off. I was like, show me. And then he showed me, and then, hey, man, we get the bass. So we started playing, right? We're playing. And the drummer's all pissed off on his fucking drum set. And Andy gets on the stage. He's wearing a red leather jacket, mind you, like Sammy Hagar, which none of us had. We all had black ones. And so he's wearing like Budweiser shoes, the Paul Stanley hair, and the red leather jacket. He
You
gets
got
on-
any pictures?
yeah,
I'll pay money. I'll pay money for that.
We'll
Thank
talk
you.
later. There's a
Thank
picture.
you.
So we're playing the song, and we're all jamming out, and Andy gets up on the damn stage, runs, jumps off, does like a Van Halen kick, and then the guy got, hey man, that's it. You got all mad, you know. And then so him and I left, and we started a band together.
And that was it, man. There we are, fucking
Wow.
40 years later or something.
Yeah.
What are we
39
39 years. Here
Wow.
we are.
Later.
And then now we're meeting, old friends, seeing old friends here tonight.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. And then coming out with my new friend here.
Absolute.
My old fucking all best friends.
With
It's
new
all-
projects,
together,
with
all
new projects
combinations.
amongst all of us.
Cool.
Really,
Just to get this
you know.
straight, I'm still in the story. So Andy jumps up, does the Van Halen
Halen
thing,
kick.
and the drummer gets mad because of that.
Yeah.
He didn't want nobody. He
didn't want
said
nobody-
nobody.
Did
on-
he-
No,
Did he
to
see
steal
your Hooters or
his
something,
show. No, people
I
are
think so.
vain, man.
But it was high. And you
What was that? What was
I
that?
did one of those Van Halen. I was young. If I do that today, I could probably break my hip, man.
You'll be in the ER room.
I'll break something, that's for sure. Fucking old ass bones.
As long as you don't break dance.
What I live.
Trust me, Vato, I won't.
I could do the robot.
Then
man.
also.
I only do that in the privacy at the Garza.
As long as you don't break dance.
Or the
Hey.
chicken dance.
Well, we've come to the point where we need to do shout outs to anybody that you love, care about, thinking about, all that kind of groove. I'll go first. Shout out to my son, Ed Ocampo Jr. It's his 45th birthday. I had him 45 years ago. He's the love of my life. And shout out to his wife, my 3 grandchildren, my mom, my father's soul, rest in peace, my family. That's my shout out. And all the venues that support this gig. We'll be doing this live like I did at the Cove. And that's what makes us a little bit of money. And we do some advertisement for the venues. So it's all about that kind of groove. And then we do a throwdown shortly thereafter, like we're going to do on the exit. So that's my shout out. Yours, Xavier?
Mine is to Ed's son. Happy birthday.
Hey.
And of course, to my wife Linda, my buddy Hugo, that's installing my AC right now. Of course, Ty Gavin, and all my friends and family out there. We love you, and hope y'all enjoy the interview. And thank you, Mr. Ed Ocampo.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Partner,
Special,
man, what's
special
your
shout out
shout-out
to my
to?
wife for sure. My wife, she's
Peggy.
keeps me going every
Is
day.
it Peggy?
It's Bonnie.
Bonnie, I was
Sue,
close.
Bonnie Sue Garza. There you are.
Hey, Bonnie.
Very awesome wife, and just man,
That one's already
all my
felt
friends,
vegged out by
all my
now,
friends,
sure.
all my friends and family. My
All your
daughter.
friends and family?
Yeah, everybody that I love.
Everybody
just my
that you
buddies.
love?
Yeah.
Man.
All these cabrons right here.
You're
Yeah.
starting to act like Juan Carlos.
Yeah.
All that love, baby.
All that.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
Corazon.
Yeah,
Corazon.
yeah. And Juan Carlos, your shout out would be
To all the future Sangria fans gonna come and see me, Xavier, and maybe the future maybe added members.
Yeah. You
Come
never
check me
know
out.
about that gig.
I love my family. I love everybody, all my friends. I know you guys know who you are, but the future Sangria fans.
All right.
I'm down on
and,
that,
and
too.
y'all are going to be doing originals more so
Yeah,
than
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else.
It's a mixture,
correct?
it's a
Which
mixture.
is really
Yeah.
a
Well,
cool
it's-
groove.
it's-
I dig that kind of
I'd say it's 98% original.
That's so solid. Yeah, absolute.
And
And-
another shout out. I know you're coming up, but I forgot to mention the flow. We're gonna
Yeah.
be doing a lot of cool stuff coming
Flo,
up.
the Rain Dogs, the
Yeah.
Xavier Gary Ty Gavin project. It's all.
A new original
We
coming
got
out.
a new original called "Do It Again."
Gonna record it
Okay.
soon. Be coming out.
We think I wrote that thing. Andy wrote the guitar, and he needed to change the lyrics. So I was like, oh, I got him, and I wrote him. And then when I brought it to him 6 months later, it was actually Juan Carlos to say, hey, I can't practice tonight. I got something else going on. And I called Andy, hey, I'm free tonight. So we got together, put the song together, recorded a demo, and
So I should get album credit. Don't forget.
Oh, hell.
And royalties.
Who
2.6
who gets
all around,
credit
yeah.
on this one?
Excuse me?
Who gets credit
Juan
on
Carlos, of course.
Well, it was because of him. It was because of Juan Carlos that
He
I
gets
had
a,
the
at
opportunity
minimum
to
he
get
gets a
together.
finder's fee.
Yeah, he gets a sandwich,
You know how that goes.
a glass of Kool-Aid, and $2.
And for dessert, a
At minimum,
PB&J.
Yeah,
big-
PBJ.
A big red,
Sorry, we
man.
couldn't afford the J. Or the bread. P
Well-
on hand.
So does anybody have any other burning desires? Do you have anything to say, partner, man? Anything you may want to
I'd like to
add?
thank you for having these guys here.
Oh,
and
you're
having
kidding
on.
me,
It'll-
man. You're killing me.
Shoot, to my whole family, man.
All
the
right.
Brotherhood here, San Antonio music.
Cállate.
Antonio,
Shoot,
It's
man,
that
all
camera.
kinds of music. You wanna
They're
hear.
pointing to one.
You know, everybody.
They're
I
on
know.
it.
First Andy was over there. And then
Yeah, we were on that
Anyway,
one, but
yeah.
Andy made the change.
shout
okay?
out to all the rockers here in town. And
All right.
to,
I like that.
to my brothers.
How about the young metalheads?
The young metalheads? Just, I
Take
like what
it
you're
easy,
doing, man. I really like it.
Listen.
Keep the tradition. Just, una beso, a hug. And go do it. Go do your thing, mijos.
Yeah,
Y'all are all
yeah.
good, man.
Now we're talking. He's
I was
talking
there all
love.
along, man.
Love.
And
He's
y'all
talking love support.
Keeping that 80s tradition, 70s, and
I think they're
And-
really badass. Some of those young metalheads
So our-
over at Fitzgerald,
got,
shout out to Fitzgerald. Some of those young metalheads, very
Yeah, well,
impressive
you know,
guys,
Very,
man.
very
it's
talented.
They got some new sound effects. They
Yeah.
kind of.
I like them. I like
They kind
what
of make
do,
everything
man,
bleed into everything, so everybody sounds like Steve Vai. Everybody sounds like that, but they're not necessarily that. But they're shredding.
They're doing their thing, man. Everybody's doing their thing. I love it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
these, all
And-
these, all these
I
young
like
kids.
amazing.
I have to give a shout out to my old lady Barbara, of course,
All right, Barbara.
Oh, you better.
for me, and and to the band Mojo Savage. We're still there.
Yeah.
We do this. We keep this going for our brothers that have left. There's we
speaking
lost
of
some
which,
members, so
thank
we
you.
keep it going.
The guys that have just left us, shout out to Urban Urbano that didn't
Yeah,
make it
him
today,
too.
but he's doing tomorrow night a tribute for Sauce Gonzalez. He just passed on. Jimmy Ray Fuller just passed on. I happened to play
Yeah.
with both guys. I knew both guys. And it really hit me kind of hard and made me, I think, really look at how and what it is that we do and the longevity of what it is that we
Andy
do
and I
and
grew up with Sauce.
how very careful one has to be, but
Yeah.
Sauce's
Sauce-
son, Thomas,
rest in
was-
peace, all you guys.
Was Andy and Rhodey's.
Because there's more.
He was
You
on-
know of other people. Can you name off their
Yeah,
names?
we
I don't
are.
mean to interrupt, but you had a list of people, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think everybody's noteworthy. If you know somebody that's passed on,
Tim Mark passed
musician.
away. Jimmy Ray Fuller, who was going to be on my next album, he was going to play steel.
Jimmy was going to be on the show. He just
And
wasn't
he
well
was gonna be on
enough.
the show. And of course, Sauce Gonzalez. Andy and I grew up with his son. His son used to roadie for us when I was 14. So we grew up in Sauce's house. Andy and I did.
Oh, wow.
We've known Sauce since we were teenagers.
Oh my!
I got
gosh.
one story real quick.
Wait, see how this thing goes?
Look,
It's
y'all gonna
crazy.
get a kick
It's a
out of the story.
freaking trip.
And this is how I learned a lesson. And I never
We would have
forgot.
never known this if it wasn't
I
for
sat
San
in with,
Antonio musicians
I
talking
sat in
about
with
it.
Stephen Jordan and Sauce Gonzalez at Salute.
Man, that was a day.
At 17.
I must have been there,
Okay, so
man.
check it out.
It was
I'm
good.
17. I'm playing with Stephen Jordan on accordion and Sauce on keyboard. I forgot who was on drums. Sure it was
Can you
Urban,
believe
maybe.
this? Probably Herman.
And
I think it was.
And I
Shit.
got my 73 Strat and I got my house stack and I learned this lesson. I never forgot it. The first solo came around and I took it. And I was pulling on Juan Carlos playing me on my back and shit.
Damn it.
And
That was
I'll
the
tell
only
you,
guy.
There you go.
I never forgot this lesson. Stephen Jordan walked into my app and just unplugged that MFer. And that was it. I was done. And,
So you were either too good or too loud.
Now I know if there's a Stephen Jordan and a Sauce in the room, those guys take the solo first. Yeah.
Wow.
Xavier was shredding all over Stephen Jordan's fucking accordion solo.
Yeah, he got
They
his
were,
that
back
had
and he
to
moved
be
they
it.
were
good.
dueling, man. It was crazy. I'm like, bullshitting. With the
Wow.
accordion with the wah.
Hey, don't laugh at that. When I joined the Infidels, the very
That's
first
a phase
night,
shifter.
I was hearing wah-wah, and I was looking at Mike's feet. Mike didn't have a wah-wah, and I was like,
where's that coming from? Well, it was friggin' Ray Zimzik, who plays lead guitar for me now, was playing mandolin with the wah-wah pedal, which I had never heard. That is some hearing. You need to hear that someday. It's crazy.
That sounds like a trip, actually.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if no one has any other burning desires, anything? 'Cause
Any what?
I can edit this if you say any bad words. You want to
You have
send,
any burning
send
one
any
desire?
bad vibes to
No,
anybody?
man. I think we're all good. Are we gonna do a song? for you?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we're ready to jam out and do a little outro. Let me throw down on one end.
Get
On
in
one
there,
end.
get
Now it's
in
your
there.
turn to feel odd.
All right.
I
All
don't.
right.
I'm usually behind an electric anyway, not acoustic.
Yeah, for San Antonio Musicians Talk Show Network, I'm Ed Ocampo Sr. Really grateful to these guys.
We're gonna give everybody. We were gonna play an original, but we're gonna give
Let
everybody.
them know.
We're gonna do
Tell
a
'em.
song everybody knows.
Send what?
Diamonds and Rust.
Diamonds and Rust?
You're going to send whatever.
Yeah, we'll do a little Diamonds and Rust.
You're going to send everybody what?
No, I said we're gonna do an original, but I think we're gonna do something every weekend.
You want us to do?
Okay.
We're gonna close it out with one tune, or how many tunes?
No, just one tune. We're exiting. This is the outro.
All right.
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's
give you
kind of like
something
as
you're not
long
gonna
as the
expect.
intro.
Are you gonna play with this song?
I may very well. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I do fillers. You'll see. Anyway, just keep going. For San Antonio Musicians Talk Show Network, I want to thank you guys for showing today. Juan Carlos, Paul Gonzaba, baby. Damn straight. Andy Garza, man, doing his thing right now. And Xavier. So anywho, I'm Ed Ocampo Sr. Here we go, man. Here's the outro.
And I'll be damned. Here comes your ghost again. But that's not unusual. You just after the moon is full, you decided to call. And here I sit,
My hand on the telephone.
well, I'm hearing the voice I know. Yeah, a couple of light years ago, headed straight for a fall. But we both know what memories can bring diamonds and rust. Well, we both know what memories can bring diamonds and rust. Now you're standing all around with snow in your head. Now we're looking out the window of a crummy hotel on the Washington Square. Whistles in white clouds mingles it into the air. Strictly for me, we both could have died. But in the end, yeah. Now you're telling me that you're not nostalgic. Well, I'll give you another word for which. But you've been so good with words. Yeah, and you make things bad. Now I need someone to take it all down. It'll come back so clearly. Oh, but love you dearly. And if you offer me diamonds and rust, I'm already paid. Well, we both know what memories can bring diamonds and rust. Yes, we both know what memories can bring diamonds and diamonds, diamonds and roll.
Way to go, guys.
Peace, brothers.
Nice. Musicians Talk Show Network. That's a wrap. Hey, y'all feel free to talk us out, man.
All right.
I'm gonna go, turn
I think somebody's been drinking my beer, Ed. Or either that or it's got a leak in the bottom. I don't know. Is there any more in that little?
Talk us out.
You know, let's see how that happens.
I hate when that happens, right? Is that what you said?
I would have held another little longer. I didn't know you were
Sounded
gonna hold
great
it.
at the end, man. Y'all harmonized. Hey.